Hi, this is my Aunt Effie, and I have to tell you that this book review is already a failure because I was not able to finish the book. It's called The Nickel Boys. It's by Colson, Whitehead. This is a fabulous writer. Look at the picture of the writer. And yeah, he is really something else. It's a true story. It's about a school for boys that got into trouble in the 60s. It's in Tallahassee, Florida. I happen to be living in Florida right now, and I can't even imagine the difficult, horrible situation that was in place at the school. This is how far I made it through the book. Not very far, and I can't take it. I've already renewed it once and it's due again. So that means I've had it for a couple of months, and I'll read a few pages and I'm just like, oh no, this poor kid. So this boy, black kid, raised by his grandmother, listened to a record about Martin Luther King. It was Martin Luther King speeches. That's what he listened to all the time he grew up. It's like he had almost no records in the house, and he was very limited in what his grandmother allowed him to be exposed to. So he's a good kid, very studious, and he has an opportunity to go to college, which is not very common. He's smart enough that they're accepting him. One of his teachers set it up for him, and the kid is so excited. He's on his way to his first day at the university. He has to get himself there, and so it's the 60s, and he decides to hitchhike, which is not uncommon for that time period. I was a child in the 60s. I was young in the 70s. Junior high, high school, college, all happened in the 70s. All of my grade school years happened in the 60s, but I remember. And so he gets in this car, they're driving, the driver gets pulled over by the police, and the driver looks at him and says, "You don't know me." And this kid goes, "No, I don't." And the guy goes, "I'll tell him that." It's like, oh my God. So this guy had stolen the car. So our little hero ends up going to Nickel, the school for kids who have gotten themselves into trouble. And he didn't do anything. It's just such a heart-wrenching tale about what life's like for people who are unfortunate, who are not so much unprotected, it's even worse than that, who are just pushed aside and not included and don't have. You mean, as a female in my time period, I definitely didn't have the opportunities that other people had that were like white and that were male. But I certainly had opportunities that other people didn't have. And this poor kid, who is just a fabulous human being, and our author does a very good job of showing what this kid's like. So I'm hoping that I can check the book out again another time and finish reading it. But, you know, I don't have the stomach for people being harmed and hurt, and young people going through difficult situations. Is just hard. I raised children, and my heart just goes out. You know, I want to understand. I want to grow as a person, and I want to understand my place in the world, and how I might be causing harm to others so that I can stop. And that's why I try to force myself to read books like this, because I think it will help me grow. I ran across this book because I'm in a writer's group, and one of the guys in the group has published a couple books, and he was at a writing event. And at that writer's event, he met the author of this book. And he was telling me about it, and I went, I can't read that. And then I walk into my local library, and there it is, right there on prominent display, being promoted. And I went, okay, I'll try to read it. So I didn't make it. It's a Pulitzer Prize winning book and novel. Maybe I can make it next time. So this is my Aunt Effie saying, great book, failure on my part. I might try again another time. Bye.